And we are back with Just Love Podcast with yours truly, Jay Loveberry. On last week, we talked about self love and what it means in an overview. It's not just about spending money. It's not about just taking yourself out to eat. It's not about that. It's deeper than that, right? So on this week, we're actually going to get into the meat and potatoes on how we can work on our self love for ourselves. Some people now have an overview as to what self love means. Some people even went farther and doing their own, Googling and research for themselves, which is great. It really is great because you want to have an understanding. But on this week, we're going to get into how we work towards our self love. Where do we begin? With working on our self love for ourselves. So I actually broke it down into 4 big steps, but within those steps, there are some steps that we need to do too as well. Okay? So the first step is affirmation. Yes, affirmation for yourself, for you. Remember, self-love is for you. So affirmation, if you pray, I am a Christian, so yes, I pray in the morning, every single morning. God is first in everything that I do. And again, like I said on last week, your religion is your religion. We're not getting all into that. But first thing I do is pray. The next thing, which may be somebody else's number one, so that will be looking yourself in the mirror and telling yourself you are beautiful. If you're a male, you are handsome. All right. So make sure you tell yourself that. Tell yourself that you are amazing. Yes, you are amazing. Yes, you are. And if you don't feel it, keep telling yourself until you believe it, and you will begin to feel it. The third one is today you choose you. Every single morning that you wake up, you tell yourself that you're beautiful. You tell yourself that you're amazing. You need to also tell yourself that you choose you. Because guess what? You need you every day. Yes, you do. The fourth one is yesterday is gone. We can't get it back. It is what it is. It might have been a great day, and that's great. It might have been a shaky day. It might have been a not so good day. But yesterday is gone. So you take the lessons from yesterday and you learn them, right? Anything that you can improve for yourself, you apply it to yourself and improve it. Don't sit and harper over the negative stuff, something that you may have messed up on, something that didn't go your way. Guess what? It's gone. Today's a new day. Every day you wake up, you get 24 hours to do it again. Yes, you, everybody. There's not one person on this earth that wakes up and don't get 24 hours. We get 24 hours. Now, if your time expires, that's just God's timing. But every day we wake up to 24 hours. Yesterday is gone, so today we're going to do what is necessary to improve ourselves. So choose you. Yesterday is gone. If you have a better mindset, everything else for the rest of the day will go well. Believe me when I tell you, if you start your day on a positive mindset, who gonna stop you but you? It's that simple. All right. And then the last one that I have, and it could be a work in progress for a lot of us, even myself from time to time. And we just gonna be honest. It's having patience for yourself. Give yourself grace. It's okay. You working towards a better you. You're not going to get everything right, but set that tone in the morning when you wake up, and I promise you, you it's going to be better. Trust me. So those 5 things when you wake up in the morning, and for some of us it's going to be 6, but you need to look yourself in the mirror and say that you are beautiful. You are amazing. You choose you. Yesterday is gone, so today we're going to do better. And lastly, be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. Right? You got that? All right, good job. You already know what to do tomorrow morning. All right? So now we're moving on to step 2. Step 2 is creating boundaries. You need to create boundaries, healthy boundaries. We talked about last week on self-love. It's, you got to set those boundaries. Because if you don't set boundaries, there are people that will walk all over you. And it's okay to set boundaries. Some people are going to like it. Some people's not. Some people are going to understand it. And some people won't. That's okay. But long as you set those boundaries, those healthy boundaries, yes, it's okay. Try it. Set boundaries. It's all right. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable at first because you're not used to it. And if you are used to it, you set boundaries and you're not standing on business, as they say, baby, I need you to go back to setting them boundaries and standing on business. And when setting those boundaries, you also want to make sure that you're not setting boundaries where it's still pleasing everybody. Because guess what? Truth be told, you can't please everybody. I'm sorry. You cannot. So set those boundaries. Be okay with saying no. It's all right. Some people told you no. They was fine with telling you no. Why can't you be okay with saying no? You know what I mean? It's okay to say no. It's okay that you're unavailable. It's okay to say, unfortunately, I won't be able to attend, whatever it is. Be okay with it. At first, you may feel a little guilty or whatever, but you need to set boundaries for yourself. You don't want to tire yourself out saying yes to this and yes to that and yes to this person, this, that, and the third. And then guess what? You turn around and you need help, or you need somebody to show up, or you need somebody here and nobody's there. Now you mad because you like, I do this for this person, I do this for that person. Why can't nobody show up? Okay, set boundaries. Set them. It's okay. Because then once you start setting those boundaries and once you start being okay and accepting the fact that you did say no or you're unavailable because you're truly unavailable or you just need a day to yourself or whatever, you will start to see how your peace of mind is more at ease. You're not running this place. You're not running all over the place. But your peace is more at ease. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me. It's going to be hard at first. It's going to be hard. But if you do it, it'll get easier. I promise you that. All right. Getting into our third step. So our third step is creating self-care routine. Yes, everybody gets up and get in the shower. Yes, you put your deodorant on. Yes, you brush your teeth and all that. I ain't talking about the basics, okay? What I'm talking about is creating self-care routine. Just don't get up and be like, oh, got my shower, got my no. Make yourself feel good. If you look good, you're gonna feel good. And if you feel good, your attitude and your mindset is gonna be on point. It's gonna be, how can I explain this? When you when your attitude is better, you have a different outlook on things, if that makes sense. If you have a positive mindset and your attitude is good, you have a it's easier for you to tell yourself, yeah, I can do it. I'm capable of doing that. When you have a better when you have a positive mindset, you have a better attitude, any challenges that come your way throughout the day, your outlook on that is way better. You like, you know what? That curveball just came, but I'm gonna get through this. Okay, I need to do this to get around this, or no, that shouldn't be. So we're gonna go ahead and do it this way. Versus if you don't feel good, your attitude ain't right, you ain't looking good. I ain't saying You got to be formal attire, wear. You got to be dressed to the no, because if you know me, I love rocking hoodies, jeans, and I'm a sneakerhead. So just make sure you look good, because if you look good, you feel good. Your attitude gonna be on point, and on top of that, you're gonna have a positive mindset, and you're gonna be able to take on any obstacles or challenges that come your way. Trust me when I tell you. So that's step 3. Um, Also, self-care is also doing things that make you happy. Yes, I said it right. Makes you happy. When I say makes you happy, that's not saying, oh, planning this big event for my family makes me happy. No, you're bringing everybody together, making everybody else feel happy. No, find out what makes you happy, because a lot of people don't know. And we have so much stuff going on in life, and we're so busy, especially nowadays, and especially if you have a family to take care of, you just all over the place. Or not even just family. I take that back. Everybody is busy on today. Even if you're in college, full-time student, part-time, and you're trying to work or whatever, everybody is busy. But find out what makes you happy. If going to the park and walking makes you happy, hey, there you go. If going to the gym makes you happy, there you go. If reading a book makes you happy, there you go. But find out what makes you happy and start doing it for yourself. I'm not saying you got to do it every single day. You ain't got to walk every single day, go to the park, whatever. Make little progress. And if you give yourself 1% of improvement, baby, trust me, you're going to then turn around and be like, oh, I'm doing this every day. This is nothing. You're going to go tell somebody else. Somebody going to have a conversation with you, and you're going to be able to help them. So find out what makes you happy. All right? Got it? All right. And then for the last step is simple. Putting everything together. You have to come up with a plan. Not necessarily, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And when I say a plan, that means you're going to plan out waking up tomorrow, doing your affirmations. You're also going to set boundaries. You're going to create self-care routine for yourself. That's it. So step 4 is doing nothing but executing the first 3 steps. You got it? I hope you got it. If not, pause, rewind it back, and listen to it again. I ain't gonna fail you now. But I promise you, once you start doing that and you do that every morning, it's gonna become a habit for you. And once it becomes a habit for you, you gonna do it out of routine. Just like when you wake up in the morning, some people drink a bottle of water as soon as they wake up. Then they go and take their shower and brush their teeth and stuff like that. Some people wake up, get straight to the shower. Some people wake up and they pray. Some people wake up, check their phones. Whatever your preference is. But you do it out of routine. You do it out of habit, should I say. It's a habit now. Just like they say, breaking bad habits is hard. That's because you've done it so much. You've done it in a routine that now you have to unlearn it. So now what you're going to do for yourself is learn how to have self-love for yourself. Absolutely right. You're going to learn how to have self-love for yourself. Now you know what it's going to take for you to get started with self-love for yourself. Yes, you. You're capable. You're well capable of doing it. Give yourself some grace. If you got to start off with just affirmations, do that. If you have to write down what some boundaries are, put it in your phone, write it on a piece of notepad, whatever, do that. It's a start in progress. Some people can't just go right off the rip and just do it. And some people can. Me, I'm gonna have to write it out. I gotta write it all out. I gotta organize and this, then the third. So do what works for you. And I promise you, once you get started, you're gonna be alright. Trust me when I tell you. But another thing that I wanted to touch on is once you start doing those 4 steps, like I said, it's going to become a routine, and then it's going to become a habit. But then also, you're going to become more organized with your life. You're going to start to see things different. You start to see things different. You start to see things clearer. You see the big picture, whereas before you were only looking at the ship that was on that picture, on that canvas. Now you see the sunset, you see the ship, you even see the waves that are in that painting. Not only that, you can see the sand too as well. So you see the full picture. And once you become organized, everything else in your life gonna have order. It has to. It has to. Some people may walk out of your life. Some people may say you're acting funny. And that's okay. But as long as you stay true to yourself, you can never go wrong. And you always have to have a circle of people in your life, not an entourage. You ain't got no. You got to have some people in your life that brings you balance. Yes, balance. When those people bring you balance, they can correct you and still love you. You can accept what they're correcting you on. Everybody is not always right. And yes, you are entitled to your opinion. And your feelings are your feelings. But have somebody in your corner, in your circle, that can say, hey, Jay, you know what? You weren't right on that. Yes, I know you're honest. Yes, you straightforward with it. But your tone, that person doesn't receive that type of tone. You have to go a little bit softer when you're speaking to them. And guess what? That's a real life situation that I had to learn. I had to learn. One of my managers, and I'm going to say her name on this podcast. One of my managers, she was my mentor. Her name is Crystal Downs. And everyone know I've been in management for years, right? But at the beginning of my banking industry, um, you know, management, I had to learn how to not be so blunt. I'm an honest person. If you know me, you know me. I'm gonna say what I need to say. It is what it is. But she told me that I had to find a softer way. So I went from being blunt to being too soft. Right. She was like, no, you gotta find an in between. So through all of that process, I learned that you got to talk to people a certain way. Everybody doesn't receive bluntness and honesty just right off the rip, freestyle right out of your mouth. No, I have to think about some things depending on who I'm talking to, what type of individual that I'm talking to. And yes, I talk to people and I help them, process some things in their lives and move forward. But with those individuals, everyone is different. I can't talk to you how I may talk to this person or how I may talk to him or her, you know? So that's what I have for y'all on this week. And then on next week, guess what? We're going to actually start to execute this stuff. Yes, get right into it and move on, and you should be chucking along. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all for tuning in once again to Just Love Podcast. I truly love you. I appreciate you. Make sure you share, like, comment, definitely subscribe, share it with other people. And hey, if you want me to reach out to you personally, drop it in the comments and we'll get in touch some kind of way. I got to learn how to put all this stuff on here and all that other stuff. But if you see me on Instagram, if you see me on Facebook, if you see me on TikTok, feel free to inbox me. Go ahead, do it. And with that being said, I want everyone to have a wonderful day on purpose with the purpose. And always remember, Jay love you. Peace.